Yo, we are live. Let's get into this video. I hope everything looks fine. YouTube Studio has been a little bit finicky. It didn't even give me the go live function, but either way, I think we are live now. So in today's video, we are going to be covering a few things, including some of the hex stats obviously, but the most importantly is we're going to be making sure that we are in fact safe in crypto. Do type in the chat if you guys, if everything looks fine. Let me just double check quickly. Okay, yeah, it seems like we are fine. So firstly, like I made this video about the NFT thing, and it just reminded me to talk about safety a little bit. So this guy came out and said, why did it drain all of my wallet, Crypto Elite. He's been in my chat a few times now. I don't know what he's trying to do, if he's trying to cause FUD or whatever. Now he hasn't replied since I confronted him a bit, but he was saying that his wallets are being drained, right? And I told him, yeah, what's up? I've done it with multiple wallets, I have no issues. He then says it's hex transfers, and I wanted him to DM me on Twitter, but he hasn't DM'd me on Twitter or Telegram yet. But what I then did is you can see this is the contract address, your keys, your crypto, and I've gone through literally everybody that has claimed coins, and not one of them have hex that has been transferred out. Like literally none of them, and I could just show you a few quickly. We go to the ERC20 tokens, and we see 23 days ago, so nothing has been transferred. This wallet, 5 hours ago, something else was sent out. Let's see. Nothing sent out there. This wallet, 3 days ago, so not it. And I could go on, and none of them. Hey Hans, it made a transaction through my address. Dude, I've looked at all of these wallets, right? You're giving me, almost gave me a heart attack, and not one of them has hex sent out. Like I went all the way through. So just send me your wallet address, dude. I need to check it out, because otherwise I need to delist that video. But none of these coins had anything transferred out, or any of these wallets, right? And you can see all of the permissions that I've given, all of them are claim functions, right? None of them are spend functions. So yeah, if this is your wallet address, right? Very strangely enough, the transaction just disappeared, got no idea what's happening, can't even see the transaction. Really strange. Yeah, that's very strange, dude. DM me your contract address. So one of the things you can do is you can click on your MetaMask wallet. You can see the 3 dots over here, and you click on connected sites. You can see all of the connected sites will come up here, and just disconnect them. Okay, disconnect all of them. It's good to do if you've interacted with a contract. Always just disconnect them if you want to be very safe. The next thing you can do is to go to revoke.cash, connect your wallet. This will show all of the contracts that you are connected to, and just disconnect all of them, and just a small transaction fee. Let's see what you're saying. It has a transaction through my address. Very strangely enough, the transaction just disappeared, got no idea what's happening, can't even see the transaction popping up. Really strange. I checked my Ether address, no transaction to see, even revoked the address, but has no perms. Really strange. But that's impossible. Like, the transactions on Etherscan don't just disappear. This is the blockchain. It can't happen. Anyway, get a ledger. This is your 2-factor authenticator for crypto, right? So you send a transaction through your MetaMask, and when you confirm it, you still have to confirm it on a hardware wallet, right? So get this. It is Black Friday, so you can get $30 of crypto for free. There is a link in the description down below. Get yourself a Trezor or a Ledger, whatever. Get 2 of them each, so you can put it on. Give me 1 second quickly. Okay, so yeah, get the 2-factor authenticator on your MetaMask, and if you click here, you can, or up here, you can connect a hardware wallet, and there's videos on YouTube to check it out to learn what to do. Is your Hex gone? Your Hex wallet can't have tokens just disappear, bro. It's impossible. Blockchain's transactions are immutable. Exactly. Yeah, you're making me freak out, especially when I see that shit. And I mean, I've gone through all of these wallets, and none of them have anything sent out of them. Like, none of them, literally. Which would be weird. There's some here, like this guy has $460 worth of Hex. If we go to ERC20 tokens, 23 days ago he got in this coins and it hasn't moved at all. And you can see he claimed the NFT here. I mean, this is what makes crypto valuable, is the fact that it is an immutable ledger that cannot be changed. And you can maybe go to, sometimes there are hidden transactions here, but I mean, I've never even seen a hacker be that sophisticated. So, and this is a verified contract address. He simply has used previous claim NFT claim functions. So this green tick wouldn't have been there, and I would have never have interacted with a contract if it doesn't have that verified tick up there, right? Because if he's changed anything in this contract address, you won't be able to have the audit tick right there. And you can see the contract name, drop ERC 721. This is a modular contract which you can literally just copy off the internet, right? So yeah, it's very weird. So MetaMask, disconnect all of your connected wallets. Please get a 2-factor authenticator for your MetaMask, especially if you have lots of funds on it, so you can confirm outside of your MetaMask as well. It made a transaction in Trust Wallet, perhaps it glitched, I don't know. Yeah, also try and use wallets that now, I mean, Trust Wallet is trusted by now. It's been around this whole bull market, so I can't tell you to stick with MetaMask. But either way, scary stuff. Please, guys, be safe out there. I'm just gonna hide him, or I accidentally just hit you. Yeah, UFO, I know, perhaps my Trust Wallet just glitched. But did you lose Hex, right? I accidentally hit you now. But you're back. Yeah, so, I mean, if you go to the contract, you would see if there are spend functions here, right? Like, look at this one. So this person listed his coins, his NFT, where is it now? I can't even find it because all of them are claims. Yeah, so I'm not going to stress about that anymore. Just be safe out there. Just send me your wallet address, dude, and I'll take a look at it. Get your 2-factor authenticator. You have to have a Ledger wallet by now, guys, or a hardware wallet. Just that extra two-factor authenticator, it's incredibly important, right? Yeah, so, and do not interact with this if you're not like proficient, and if you're scared to do stuff. You should double check yourself, I mean, right? So what I wanted to cover today is some of the Uniswap shenanigans that is going on. I wouldn't be using Uniswap anymore, as it's starting to get a little centralized, and they're gathering way too much information. If you guys want to read through this thread, I suggest you guys do. I'm going to post it in the chat. Yeah, UFO to go. UFO to go has been around in crypto for a long time. He was here during the Lend hack, or this whatever happened there. I'm not quite sure. It said Hex 0.0 or so. No, guess not. But it just Strange was doing Hex transactions, since I just did an ETH fee transaction. But I refreshed my trust wallet. The pending's just gone. I don't know, man. Don't worry. Probably a mistake on my end. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I just don't want to, because I need to know if I need to delist that video, you know, if it's really in trouble. But I did my due diligence. Like, I wouldn't have made a video about it if I haven't tried it myself, right? And I was even able to list the NFT on an OpenSea, because I was trying everything out before I brought it to you guys. So it's even able to set permissions to list it. So, but I mean, it's worth nothing. It's rather not worth doing anything. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, which other decentralized exchanges are there? Matcha.xyz we can use. That Llama Dex that I shared on my community tab, guys should be using that, and also we might be getting an airdrop in the future for that as well. And obviously that other NFT one, which is having the campaign, so the promotion campaign, and I highly suspect we will get an airdrop from that as well. We can cover some of the macro charts, but I didn't have much lined up except for the safety things you need to do, right? The VIX is getting pretty low. It's almost time for the market to reverse, right? The S&P, a little pump still. Let's check on the daily. It's still a little bit bullish, but starting to fade out a little bit. It doesn't look like there's much. I see Ethereum has changed their logo. Let's look at the Hex charts quickly. I think I have the Hex charts up here. We're waiting for the RSI to get down here. It reversed violently yesterday. We were quite low at 30, and then we got the overall market rallying a little bit. Like all of everything is literally rallying. We'll look at Bitcoin now, but we still want this RSI to come down a little bit more to get to a good buy area, right? So still a few days left for this to play out, perhaps. Everybody's calling for lower prices at this point. I got a bit of flack from Crypto Jenkins, because I should actually go to this quickly. My notifications. So I said the bottom is in here, and I said to remind me in a month now. Freddie Quotes and Jenkins, dude was on my ass for not believing that the bottom is in either. Now, I don't like to be openly bearish, but if you look at my DMs, where's Gerardo? This is Gerardo here. Like, to be openly bearish, like on Twitter like that, it doesn't get any engagement and you'll get a lot of darn hate, right? But this is where, like, you look here, this was in September. I mean, this tweet was a while ago, right? A month ago, I said, but here I'm telling Gerardo that the Wyckoff check is at 1.5 cents, right? So they are being a bit, probably rightfully so. I shouldn't be that vocal. And I've learned my lesson over the last few weeks to rather not openly do price calls and just read the chart as I see it. And into the future, I'd refrain from doing bottom and top calls because I've just been wrong the whole time, right? But where's that message? Yeah, but as you can see here, the Wyckoff check for Hex is at these levels, right? The Wyckoff check is simply a fancy way of saying that you come down to retest the breakout zone, and this is the Wyckoff check down here. This was the breakout zone. I mean, we spent so much time in getting resisted at these levels, finally breaking out 147 days later. So it's massive traffic here, and we can actually pull up our fixed range profile. Now this shows you where most of the volume was traded, right? And you can see where most of the volume is traded, this red line here over here. And where is that on the price chart? At 1.3 cents. So the market wants to come down and retest this liquidity. Yeah, but there's no reason to be giving out like these bearish price targets. You just scare people. And I mean, you don't want to be the guy that told people that it's going lower and they never got their positions, right? So in the future, I don't know, I should probably yeah, so there was a lot of things on the charts telling you that we need to come down to these lower levels. But we will see. None of us are prophets or crystal ball readers, right? We've unfortunately lost the support on the weekly RSI here. That's not good. But this is still very, very strong divergences. Let's pull up the cipher quickly. Still no green dot yet, but we can see prices going lower, right? But the RSI going higher. But it has not confirmed yet. We need to break above these higher highs before it's confirmed. So look at Hex versus ETH. This looks pretty good. I mean, we have a green dot on the weekly. We're still above the RSI here. Let's put on the line chart and see if there are divergences. So prices are going lower from here to here, and we're going higher, or at least flat, which is a weak divergence. Let's just see, what was it? It was at 38 on the RSI here and 38.8 on the RSI here. So technically, yes, that is bullish divergence over here. Do we have another bullish divergence? No, because this was the lowest low down here. So Hex is bullish versus ETH, sorry. Let's look at divergences for Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is still making higher lows on the line chart. So no divergences here, but this is very good to see. We've got beautiful little W's. Let's just take off the line chart. W. So this needs to break up here to confirm, for it to be a confirmed W. And then you can put up. So BTC is a bit weaker than Hex. So Hex to outperform BTC, right? Hedron. The RSI making new lows. This needs to come down a lot more. What is we sitting at? At 47. At Hex sitting at 37. So Hex currently a better deal. Let's look at the dollar index. We've talked about these large divergences down here, right? I don't know if you guys can hear my dog snoring, but all of them are in here now. So you can see indicators, momentum is going down, yet price violently up. This is hidden bullish divergence, a very powerful indication that this still wants to go up. Like, I was very bearish on this, but my bearish target has been hit on the Dixie. We had these massive divergences down here, so this move was definitely showing to happen on the chart, or a future indication that this wants to go up. Now this divergences has pretty much now played out, right? We needed an up move, and it's probably played out now and reset the indicators. RSI, I mean, can get a little bit more higher. Let's see where we are on the we're pretty much in the entering the bearish trade location. So this is where the professionals would be laddering up their shorts. Pink is probably not right, but that's resistance, right? Bitcoin on the CME futures, it's just like nothing much is happening here. Dow Jones Industrial, pretty bullish. But we do have divergences, bearish divergences up here. Price is going higher, yet the indicators are downtrending. So yeah, it seems like the overall market is toppy up here. The Nasdaq, it had to go a lot higher. The Nasdaq's your tech stocks, right? VIX volatility coming down. We need this to rally up above 45 to signal the bottom for us, right? So we did have a nice rally. I said yesterday we might get a little bit of a rally. Hopefully, I wanted us to get up to these levels, but it's already looking pretty weak here. I mean, the RSI is so low, it does look like there's still more room to go. Let's go to the lower time frames and see if we can see some divergences. So a slight divergence on the 1 hour here. Price going higher, RSI going lower. Let's check the higher time frames. So divergence forming on the 2 hour. The 3 hour looks fine. So the shorter time frames do have divergences. The larger time frames looks fine. So there's still more room to go. Same with ETH, looking a little bit toppy. Total market cap, this actually still looks fine. Let's look at Hex on the shorter time frames. 1, 2. This is a beautiful little W over here. If we can break above 2.78 cents, we have a little measured move to the upside that can take us all the way to 29. Let's pull up the 200 exponential moving average. I need to remove one of these. Let's remove this. just show us where we might be going, where we might find resistance. Change that to 200. So it's at 3 cents, coming down quickly. So this can take a while to play out. Yeah, but it seems like this is going to be our target, right, as this starts coming down in the next few hours. Let's see if we do have divergences. Price is not going higher. I think that's hidden bearish divergence. So it's getting a little bit of resistance, unless we might not even break 27.8 cents to get our breakout. It looks rather weak on the indicators right now. Let's look what the stochastic is doing on the shorter time frames. Pretty high and extended, but more room to go. It can move sideways here for quite a while. Interestingly enough, Cathie Wood, but she's a terrible trader. One of the worst traders that there are. She's buying, what do you call it? And I quickly want to pull up the GBTC price for us. Cathie Wood invests 176,000, like 177,000 shares in GBTC. She's literally buying the dip, but she's a terrible investor. I quickly want to work out how many dollars that is. It's trading at like, let's pull up the GBTC here. I think it's like 8.44. 177,000 US dollars or shares at the price of 8.44. That's like 1.4 million US dollars she just bought of this coin. Or it's not a coin, it's a stock, like backed by Bitcoin. We do have bullish divergence, right? Price is going down, yet the indicators are going up. Maybe she knows something, maybe she might be right. So, do you guys know Cathie? Let me just close these guys. Cathie Wood, ARK Invest, right? So she's going along on GBTC here. Maybe they might, let's do a search here. They might actually raise the money they need. Now, apparently they have, Coinbase has said that they do have the backing. Digital Currency Group is their parent company. Now these guys are insolvent. We had AP on stage, very concerning details on Digital Currency Group, which is included in a thread. Just realized assured information contradicting the thread. Okay, so they owe Genesis lending over 1 billion, which is concerning. This was 14 hours ago. You know, if you guys are not following this guy, he hosts like some of the best, I don't say the best, but some of the most informative Twitter spaces. So go check him out. Following Barry's letter, we decided to delete the thread despite the need of transparency and asking questions. So lots of shenanigans going on here. They should just come out and say what's going on. So, I mean, there's still room for this to go up on the daily. Everything was so oversold back here. Does the stock exchange have an MFI indicator? Let's see if this is in fact in the buy zone. It actually was. If we move this to the 12, it would be well below here. Or not, I mean. But it's no reason to be shorting it down here. It's so oversold already. Just to play with, let's put this on the log chart. I mean, these are your targets for the upside, right? For a Hex. Pretty insane. Okay, I think we've pretty much covered everything. Just to round everything off, get your hardware wallets, please. Link in the description. Revoke your transactions or your permissions, and remove all of the connected sites as soon as you've finished using them. You can always just reconnect. And this is just for extra safety. It pretty much means nothing, right? Be careful of Uniswap. Start using something else, matcha.xyz. And I'm gonna end this video here. Let's see if how much are those NFTs going for on OpenSea? I'm not sure, dude. I'm interested to know how bad the DPEG on Icosa is and will be going forward. Dude, do you have an Icosa chart for me versus BTC? Yeah, that's what happens if you get short-nosed dogs. They snore. So those, I'm not sure any one of them are listed yet. I can probably check for you quickly. But there's none of them listed, right? This is all of them here. I don't think any one of them are listed yet. Let's see if someone has minted a rare one yet, because the rare ones are the ones without glasses, right? No one has gotten one yet. Oh, here's one. So someone has actually minted one. 3%. Only 1% have this. Who owns it? This guy owns it. CZA5B. Let's go check his Etherscan quickly. So this might be one of you guys that are watching. He holds some Hex. Let's see when he minted this. 3 hours ago. So he actually might have seen it on my video. So, no listings. I'm not 100% sure how this works, right? Recently listed? No. Again, no. Nothing has been traded. No floor price. No offer yet. So no one has listed it as of yet on OpenSea. It might be listed somewhere else. Now let me pull up that website and see how rare they are. What's this called? Your keys, your crypto. Let's see the rarity. Each NFT is randomly generated based on a pre-list of background and ritual images. Check out the list below to see how rare your NFT is. The Hex background 71%, the PLS background 10%, the PLSX is also 10%, and then super rare PLS plus Hex background. No glasses, only 3% have no glasses. Only eyes, pulse 10%, 10%. Okay. No glasses. Okay, so a super rare one is one with a pulse and hex background with no glasses. A pulse and hex. Let's see this one. This is just a hex background. So this isn't like super rare. I mean, this is quite cool. You can really like, we've revoked our, so yeah, so what you want is you want one with a PLS and a hex background with no glasses on. Yeah, that's the super rare. So it's just one with no glasses yet. Or am I missing one? Let's see if there is one with a pulse and a hex background. What is this? Oh, that's just a pulse background. Pulse X, pulse, just a hex background. Ah, here's one with a pulse and a hex background. So only 10% look like this. And then he has pulse glasses. PLS eyes. So this one is also pretty rare. No one has listed it yet. But this is obviously going to take a little while. A little while to play out. Yeah, you need to, maybe you can see it on Uniswap, right? Icosa Hex. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You need to do it on TradingView. I can put the volume down a bit and talk closer with my, so you don't need to hear that snoring. So GBTC is still on a discount, just to come back to that, but Hex versus Icosa chilling here at 24. Right, so this is the DPEG, right? It traded here at 30 Hex per Icosa, peaked up to 34. This was the dump to 26, and now it's going down, right? Let's pull up the indicators and see what we can see off of that. Stochastic. And then very oversold on the stochastic, getting oversold on the RSI, and then the MFI. Very, very low. So this is coming into the buy zone, right? As soon as the RSI, it's literally 30.30, and oversold area is at 30 flat. So Icosa very undervalued versus Hex here. It went as low as 23. Okay, so this is an important one. I should add this here so I can look at it in the future. Is there no? Okay, so now both of them are on there. Okay, yeah, here we can see the opposite of that. Look how oversold this is. Now this is Icosa versus, or Hex versus Icosa, right? And not the other way around. This is the one you can see on Uniswap. Very oversold. The RSI is literally at the top. Well, I mean, it can go a lot higher. It's at 72. MFI oversold, or at the top of its range. The stochastic very oversold. So there you have it. I'm glad I found it. Who gets the NFT? When can you mint it for free? You can mint it for free now, but you needed to hold Hex. I don't know if it tells us when that you need to hold Hex. I'm new to NFTs. How do I mint it? Download MetaMask, can buy Ethereum. Connect your wallet. Once you've minted, your NFT will be sent to your wallet as an ERC-72 token and include metadata from the location of the file. Let's see if it tells us. There is a limited amount of NFTs available to mint, of these NFTs, right? Which will be distributed at first come first serve basis. Each NFT will serve as a tokenized digital collectible. You can actually mint one for 0.055. How much does that cost? 0.0555 ETH in USD. It's pretty cheap. I think it's like, no man, that's $60, right? So as soon as everybody has minted it, let me just connect to this quickly. And so you can't buy it. Now, why is there a price up here? Collection, which are responsible. Meant to join the self-custody movement. Connect the MetaMask. Once you've connected, decide how many NFT you would like. You will then be able to mint after signing and approving your transaction method. There is a gas fee associated with each transaction. I'm just not sure where, if you're not eligible, how are you going to so what this probably is, so there's 5,000 that are for free, and then after that I think you would need, then you're able to mint it yourself if you didn't have Hex or you got the free claim, right? I think that's how it works. I need to do some research. So these first 5,555 are only for those that had Hex, but it doesn't tell us when the snapshot was taken. Okay. So it says here you're not eligible to mint at this time. So all of these have to be finished, right? So until then, you unfortunately can't get some, right? When can you mint it for free? We can mint it now for free if you had Hex during the snapshot that was taken. Go watch Matty Allen's video. He talked to the developer and they all minted it during the live stream, and he said on that video when the snapshot was taken. So we can see only 19 has been claimed yet, but not 92 now. Not many people have talked about it, and lots of people don't interact with contracts until they're like 100% sure. Oh, here's the view on OpenSea. None have been listed yet. So, I mean, maybe you can sell one if you list it now. Because there is people that there is going to be people that actually want some now. There's a 5% creator fee. Hey Hans, great to see you. I got the free NFT claim. It seems you can't choose. I got a pink one with coin shades. Yeah, you can't choose. It is minted randomly. Let's see up here. The collection rich. Okay. It's at the top, I think. Yeah, here. Collection is a tribute. Look at the top here. Where did I read it? But either way, it's generated randomly. and it has different rarity. BP, we talked about this earlier, but there's no. This is. These are the ones that have been minted yet. None of them are for sale. So the one that it's the only 3% of the ones without eyes, like this guy, got it. One of the rarer ones. So the most rarest one is one without glasses and a pulse and a hex background. This is like second rarest one. So only 4% of the NFTs have this one. So yeah, you can't choose it. It is simply randomly generated. Yeah, it's pretty cool when I think about it. It's just something to be entertained by during the bear market. But who gets the NFT? I hope I answered that. When can you mint it for free? We've answered that. How did you go with the dive into the Ichimoku cloud? Still haven't looked at it. I should write it down. Let's look at it now. Oh no. Now I put this. Let's get a description of how it works. Ichimoku charts isolate higher probability trades in the forex market. How to use the Ichimoku cloud. It is an equilibrium chart, isolated higher probability trades in the. It is new to the mainstream but has been rising in popularity among novices and experienced traders. Known for its application in futures and equities, the Ichimoku cloud shows more data points which provide a more reliable price action. The application offers multiple tests. Okay, geek. The Ichimoku isolates higher probability trades. Now, what does that mean? Higher probability. What's the most highly probable thing to happen? Lizzie. Kan maar weer toetrek want ek is nou besig hierso.
Ja.
Sorry about that. It's used by many Japanese trading rooms because it offers multiple tests on the price action, creating a higher probability trades, although many traders are intimidated by the abundance of lines when the chart is actually applied. The Tenkan Sen, calculated as the sum of the highest high and the lowest low divided by 2. The Kijan Shen, calculated as the sum of the highest high and the lowest low divided by 2, although the calculation, okay. What the trader will want to do here is use the crossover to initiate the position. Okay, the crossover down there. Similar to moving average crosses, looking at an example in figure 1, we can see a clear crossover of Tenkan Shen, the yellow line, and the Kinjan Shen. This decline simply means that near-term prices are dipping below the longer-term price trend, signaling a downtrend or a move lower. So you've got the cross here. Now let's take a look at some of the important components. It behaves in much the same way as support and resistance by creating formative barriers. The last two components of the Ichimoku are the Senka of span. Once plotted to the chart, the area between the two lines is referred to as the cloud. Comparatively thicker than typical support and resistance lines, the cloud offers the trader a thorough filter. The thicker the cloud will tend to take the volatility of the currency markets into account instead of giving a trader a visibly thin price level for support and resistance. A break through the cloud and a subsequent move above or below will suggest a better and more probable trade. Let's take a look at the comparison in figure 2. The cloud serves extra filter. The cloud suggests a better trade opportunity on the break of the 1.14 figure by taking the volatility and the parent. Let's look at it on the charts. Oh, there we go. I really need to get the paid version. It's on discount right now. Ichimoku. So this is the initiation of the trade. It looks so complicated. 4 hourly. So this is the initiation of the trade down here. I need to look at this a lot more. But is this bullish or bearish? Can you tell me, UFO to go? Is this bullish or bearish? Let's remove all of these drawings quickly. So this is your support line coming in here, and the red line being resistance. I need to watch some videos about that, right? Bearish. Oh no. It looks a lot like what's going on here now. The last piece of is the seen as simply the market sentiment. The Chicago is calculated by using the most recent closing price and is plotted 26 periods behind the price action. This feature suggests the market sentiment by showing the prevailing trend as it relates to current price momentum. There is no better substitute for learning how to trade the Ichimoku cloud than the application. Let's break down the best method of trading it. The scenario here, cloud is a product of the range bound scenario over the first 4 months. Is it better to look at it at a larger time frame? I think I prefer your KISS method, mate. The two indicators act as a moving average crossover, with 10 can representing a short-term moving average and the Kijun acting as a baseline. As a result, the 10 can dips below the Kijun, signaling a price decline in action. Okay, so the cross is a bearish. So this is a bearish cross up here on the 4 hourly. Let's look at the larger time frames. Oh man. When did we finally cross bearish here? The red line. The first time crossed bearish down here. Or it held support, we crossed bearish back here. I wish we had all the data. Let's look at the daily when we crossed bearish. Bullish, bullish. Look how high above the cloud we were here. So the cloud is holding us support back here. Okay, so the green line is resistance, bullish. The red line being support, and the cloud rising above it. Found support on the cloud at the bottom here. And let's see when these crossed the bearish. So there's 3 different lines here, the green, the red, and the blue. We come into the cloud. We should have found support here like we did back here. and we didn't. We fell right through. So this would have been a very important indication when we fell through the cloud and then found resistance inside of it. If this was bullish, it would have pushed through here. Then we finally get the cross down here. Then you're pretty much full-blown bearish, right? We popped above it here a little bit. But this was artificial because this was the pulse X sacrifice. Come down, find resistance, broke through, turned bullish here. And now we've just been consolidating, right? And we've recently, it's recently turned bearish again here. It's forward thinking or forward projecting. It looks really interesting. I mean, using the day chart is the best. Yeah, it does look better here. It's weird because there's lagging indicators, there's forward projecting, and these two, I need to learn each of these names and what they do. We had a bullish cross up here. So I expect like this is resistance up here, right? Yeah, look how beautifully it acted as resistance up here. Let's look at it versus BTC quickly. Let's remove all of these drawings. Let's see when this finally crossed bearish. So the green line is above it. This is a typical Chinese indicator. But do you guys know that these candlesticks is also, in fact, it's called Japanese candlesticks, right? And when the Japanese finally opened up to the rest of the world after World War II, everybody started using these candlesticks, these Japanese candlesticks, because by themselves they're quite a powerful indicator, right? Especially on the larger time frames. The larger the time frame, the better. I just want to see when these finally crossed up here. I mean, this told you pretty well that there's trouble here when on the weekly the green popped down below. The blue up here, that was like almost the top. Yeah, okay. We are getting off subject here a little bit, but it's interesting. I think with this indicator you need to know exactly what you're doing and know what everything is called and what they do. So it's something to look into. Once again, guys, get your hardware wallets, revoke.cache your permissions, remove connected sites when you're finished using them. You can wait a little bit longer since so more people are minting it as we go on. If you're not confident claiming these things now, don't do anything that you don't feel comfortable with, please, because you don't want to get wrecked. Use other wallets that aren't as big as your main wallet. Yeah, looks like 96 people have claimed it already, but there's still a lot to be free claimed, right? Go check out my video that I recently did like a few hours ago to see how to claim it. And I think that's everything for today. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Okay. Thank you for watching.